Okay, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining our Thursday night training call. We're going to do this every Thursday night. I've got a great lineup of speakers scheduled for about a month right now. So we've got some great stuff coming. If you have some ideas about some stuff that you want to know more about, I'm trying to find different people to have different things that could teach us. So many experts in Monate already doing some cool stuff that can just teach us some stuff. And one of the things that we talked about a while ago is three-way calls. And we wanted to do a mock three-way call. So tonight we are fortunate enough to have a special guest, Jessica Kopp. She will be my prospect. I will be the new market partner. And Brittany, my upline, will be my upline who's going to come on, and she's going to talk to my prospect and let us, walk her through what she wants to know. Okay. Okay. So with that, I'm going to start and we'll go into play acting mode here. So, assuming it's just the three of us, okay, this will be part of the act. Okay. And forgive me if I'm not an expert actor. I'll try to do the best that I can. I know Brittany will nail this and Jessica will be amazing. But me, I'll struggle through my acting. And by the way, if you hadn't noticed, if you see my live, I still have half of a shaved face. So I do have warm water now, so I'll shave the other part of my face eventually. Anyways, so I wanted, thanks, Jessica, thanks for joining. Let me mute. If you're on, please mute. Thank you. So Jessica, I'm so glad you were able to join this call. I wanted you to meet someone who I met through working this business, and she is a hairstylist, an esthetician, and she can basically tell you more about the products that I mentioned to you, so you can, hang on.
Oh, wait, sorry. So Erin, actually, before we get her on the call, what I
Okay.
always do is I will ask you like some information about her. That way I know how to do the call better for her.
Okay. Okay. So Jessica, you're not here yet. Okay. Hey, Britt, thanks Britt for joining. I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do. I just joined Monate, and I appreciate you taking your time with me.
Yeah, sure. So I would love to help you. So just tell me some information. I need to know like what she does for a living, if she works from home, if she is a stay-at-home mom, if she has kids. And then how did you guys get into the conversation where you guys are going to go on a three-way call? Did you contact her and she said, sure, I'm open to trying it? Or did she comment on one of your posts? Like, how did that go? So I just need that info first before I start any three-way call. So make sure if you guys are doing this, just get them that basic info of that person. And then you guys will be able to set up the call.
Great. Yeah. So
for this, do you want me to tell you what it is? I can just tell you.
yeah, just go ahead and tell me. I'm trying to read through on my phone, and I'm not.
Yeah, no worries. So
I am a terrible
Erin
actor. Okay.
So Erin already told me that she uses Red Canola Soft. So she did comment on the post, and she said, "I would love to try your product or tell me more about it." Right. And so what Erin said was, "I would love to tell you more. You know what? I just started using it. I love the product, what it's done for my hair, but I don't really know like everything about it, but my upline does. They're amazing. And so I would love to set up a three-way call." So that's how that goes. Okay. You just say that way we get you what you need for your hair type, hair concern. Okay. So you set up that three-way call. And they already told me what she uses, since this is like a
Brittany, do they know it's Monate by now?
Yeah.
This always gets me. Do we tell them it's Monate?
Yeah, because it's like
Okay.
that she did like a hair post and then they commented they're interested as a customer. Okay, so
Excellent.
they already know it's Monate, but they just want to know more and how they could try it. So I need to know what their hair problem is before the call and then what they're currently using. Okay, because I'm going to look it up real quick before we do our call. So those are two things that your upline needs before the three-way call. So for this one, Jessica is using Redken All Soft and she has dry, brittle, breaking hair. Okay, so that's all the info. She's a stay-at-home mom, and that's it. So now we could start the call. And then basically Aaron will just introduce Jessica and me, and we'll tell him like, Brittany's been doing this for a while. That way she could get you what's best for your hair type. And then, yeah, so then I'll get on the phone with Jessica. But I'm going to ask her all the same questions and act like I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to be like, hi, Jessica, how are you? My name is Brittany. Yeah.
Okay. You go ahead. So assume we just did the introductions. I wanted to say before I got her on the call, I probably got into a small consultation with her, the way that Brittany does the consultation, where I know when I get in, after let's say I did Roxy's before and after post, and Jessica responded, oh my God, I would like to know more about what products she used. And I get her in a private message chat. We start talking. I ask her what her hair concerns are. I ask her for her before picture. I ask her what products she is using. And then I said, you know what? I'd really like to get you in to talk to my upline. She is a hairstylist and really knows a lot more about this and can answer directly
or
your
she's
questions.
been using it for years. And so, yeah, because not everybody's a hairstylist.
She doesn't have to be a hairstylist for sure. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jessica, thanks for joining. This is Brittany. She's been using these products for a while and knows the best way to answer some of the questions that you had for me. Brittany, Jessica.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, hi Jessica. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time. It'll just be like a few minutes. But basically, I just want to tell you, have you ever heard of Monate?
Not before his post, I haven't.
Okay, great. So I'll just tell you a little bit about what Monate is, and how it's different. Number one, it is plant-based, so absolutely no bad chemicals. Number two, it does have hair growth ingredient in it that promotes new healthy hair growth, so it could become fuller and thicker. And three, it does help with hair loss as well. If you're experiencing any kind of hair loss, and it is preventative. So those are the three things that makes Monate different from what's out there already. So could I ask you, what shampoo are you currently using?
I think it's called like Redken Soft or something like that.
Okay. So I am actually familiar with that. I actually used that before, and so did my mom. And you know what, I even did hair and I was recommending that to my clients as well, but I wasn't aware, and it's okay if you don't know, but there are plastics in there as well as let's just say that I looked into, and there's sulfates, because I typically there is, I'm not 100% sure for this call, but I always make sure whatever I educate them on, I double check and make sure it's in their product before I say that. Okay. So I never give false information, but let's say for this call, it did have sulfates in there. Okay. So I'm going to educate her that it has silicone and sulfates in there. And over time of using, and it's okay if you don't know, most people don't know. It's weird that we even have to look into our shampoo to see what's in there, so I make her feel comfortable. And not like a know-it-all, right? And then I say, but over time of using the plastics, it's gonna make your hair brittle, dry, and then start breaking. So, and it also could be like contributing to any kind of premature hair loss. because it's going to be building up on your scalp. And yeah, so there's a lot that goes into that. So I basically just educate them about the bad ingredients. And so usually they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, and then Jessica, so you're using Retinol Soft, and what is the main thing you could change if you could change anything about your hair?
It doesn't work. It's just my hair's so frizzy.
Okay. So yeah, that could be contributing to that. The plastics in your shampoo could be contributing to that for sure, because basically what it does is it's like saran wrap around your hair. So sometimes like water and other nutrients that are in your shampoo can't penetrate that and get inside your hair shaft. And then you're just using the plastic over and over and over again. So there could be like a few layers of that plastic buildup. So what Monate is going to do is it's going to basically remove all that buildup off your hair and your scalp. And then it's going to give you the, less frizz, and it's going to make your hair healthier. And so, yeah, do you have any questions so far?
No, that sounds really awesome.
Okay, so that's a good thing, because sometimes, you guys, I do ramble, okay, because I did a few three-way calls, right? At first, I wasn't good at it. I would ramble. I'd be like, and it does this, and it does this, and it does this. Next thing you know, it's 30 minutes on my call, like that I didn't even ask them, and stop and pause and say, do you have any questions? So again, the first thing I would do is just give like the 3 things why Monate's different. Then the second thing is I ask them what they're using and their hair problem. Actually, yeah, do that. Sorry. So do ask them what they're using, then their hair problem, then educate them on what's in their product, because we want them to say their problem first, and then you're the solution. Okay. And then after that, I just say, okay, well, you know what, there's 3 ways to do this, which I don't even talk about retail because that's full price. Nobody does that option. But you can become a customer. And as a customer, you save 15% off. You get free shipping, a free product with every order. And so what I would recommend for you is I would recommend our hydration shampoo, our Renew shampoo. It's the one with the most oil in it. So it's really going to hydrate your hair. And our oil, I'm not sure if I told you, but it penetrates all 3 layers of your hair shaft, unlike any other oil on the market. So you're going to see instant results with the Renew shampoo with your hair. And then I would recommend the Replenish hair mask. And then you would do that like once or twice a week, and then a conditioner. And I would probably do like the intense repair conditioner or the smoothing conditioner. Okay. So we usually start everybody on 3 products. So, and I think out the door, it would be like $130. And that's with your discount as a VIP, or you could do the other option, which, so you guys, so this is what I do, because you have to be strategic, because when you're starting out, your goal is to hit MMP. Okay. If you're in like the first 3 months in your business, you could take a customer and convert them to an MP just for the discount for you to hit your goal. But you guys don't always want to do that forever, because you don't want just MPs not working the business, getting the discount, and you're not getting that check off them every time they buy. You know what I mean? So I only do this when they are starting out to help them hit their first ranks, right? I will convert that customer to an MP. I will say, yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I want to say something. So, and I know this because I've seen Brittany in action, right? So before we would talk to in the call, the 3-way, the only time you would convert a customer to an MP is if the market partner that's inviting them before they get on the call tells you, I think she wants, I think she needs the business. I think someday she'll probably do the business, and it could be today, or it could be later on. That's a person that we would consider helping get us started as your business, right? That's a person you'd consider going all the way and signing them up as an MP for the discount, right? Or during a consultation, when you're first starting, you're doing three ways, you kind of want to present the opportunity so that maybe they get interested in it anyways, raw, right? So those are
Okay.
those are
Yeah,
the two
so,
things that we
yeah.
try to.
So then I say after the VIP, you get the 3 products for the 130, or you could do the 199 pack, which you'll become a market partner, and you will get the oil in there along with the products that you need and a few extra products. Okay. And this, a lot of people do this option for the discount. But honestly, you're going to see results. So, in your first 3 months in the business, you could make $100 per customer. That is the hook that I give them. But then I explain it about the Smart Start, how that works. And so then I pause right after I say that. I pause. I let them say something to me. Okay. So when you say that, you pause, let them reply, and then you'll be able to pick up whatever they say. Like, oh, really? What is that about? See if they're interested at all. Because if they are, then you're going to go to that. If they say, oh no, I just want to become a customer first. Okay. Then we'll just do that. But let's just say, she's like, oh, okay, well, maybe down the line I'm interested. So then I'll just let her know that you could do the VIP or the market partner. She'll let me know. But yeah, that's about it. I just say, make sure that you take pictures, because you are going to see results. And I'm sure, do you even know 3 people top of your head that have hair loss? You could ask them that question, because then that's going to get them thinking, like, do I, and they'll let you know if they do or not. And then that could be another customer for you right then and there. And you could be like, okay, well, what's her info? And then, do you mind if I text her? I also have where they become VIPs, and then right after they're done, I ask them, do you know anybody else that has hair loss that, I could help? They send me their info, and then I that's the easiest way to get a referral, is right after they purchase, because they're in that excitement mode. But yeah, I think that's it. Jessica, do you have any questions for me?
No, I think everything sounds good to me.
Okay.
And it's super important when you're there's 2 things that are super important. One is when you're talking to them, actually asking the question, right? It's actually, when you're there, it's asking them, do you want to purchase now? And then the other super important thing that me and Brittany figured out, or at least we both did this, is to shut up when they say yes, I want to buy it, and help them sign up right then, right? Give them the link, help them sign up, stop throwing different things at them, because we've been right in the process when we're doing it, and we know there's something good for them, and we go, oh, well, maybe you should try this first, and then all of a sudden they get confused and they say, oh yeah, okay, we'll call you back, and they're gone. And they ghost us because we just asked them a little too much and made them a little uncomfortable without even realizing all we were doing was trying to help them. So
Yeah,
you got
that's
to
true.
know when you.
And I was gonna say, for closing, yeah, I missed that part. So for closing, I say, and when I'm talking about whatever I'm talking about, it's good for the market partner that invited them to say, oh yeah, you know what, whatever I recommended, that really helps with my hairline. Like, give some positive feedback, like back me up. You know what I mean? So that's always good to do that. And then after that, I say, okay, well, which one would you like to do? Because, it's up to you. If you just want to do it for the discount, or if you want to just give it that 30-day trial, because either way, you get 30-day money back guarantee. Okay. So, they'll let me know, like, okay, well, I just want to do the VIP option. But I just don't get paid. So you guys always have to ask at the end, what would you like to do? Right? Don't leave that hanging, because I left it hanging right here. But just say, so what do you think would be best for you? Because I do let them know if they have any kind of hair thinning, it's better to address it now, because if you don't, it's going to be harder to address later. Your hair follicle could actually end up shrinking and dying. And then once your follicle is dead, there's no way it will ever grow back. So the time is of essence, especially if they have hair loss. So I do let them know that. Our product works as long as the follicle is not dead. That's a way to get urgency on it. But usually they'll tell you, yes, I want to buy it, or I get paid on Friday. It's never like, no, thank you. They let you know they want it or it's payday. Huh?
So what if they say, what if I was saying, okay, because you can upgrade from VIP to market partner. What if they say, well, what if I try out the market partner thing and I don't like it? Can I downgrade to VIP? I don't even know if that's possible. Is it?
No. So it would be the best case scenario for them, and be like, I don't even make money off of you, to be honest. You're just going to get a bigger discount.
Well,
so
I know to re-sign up is like $50. So I guess by that time they would just sign up as a VIP.
Yeah, within a year. Yeah. They could then do VIP if they wish. But usually people,
I just wanted to ask if I do.
Yeah, that's a good question. Does anyone, does anyone have any questions, any rebuttals that you had your customers give you, and I could try to help with that? Could anyone think of any rebuttals?
It's just too expensive. It's honestly just, it's just too expensive, Britt.
Yeah, you know what?
How do I deal with that? Because everybody.
That's good. That's good. So I did not break that down either. So the shampoo, by the way, and the products are going to last you anywhere from, let's say I asked you how often you wash. So when you give a time frame of how long the product's going to last them, you want to ask them how long or how often do you wash your hair? And then you're going to go off of their hair type and how long it is. Okay. So let's say for this individual, I quote her 4 to 5 months. So I'm going to say, you know what? It's going to last you 4 to 5 months. It could last you longer depending on how often you wash, because you are going to be using less. It is highly concentrated. Okay. And you know what? I am familiar with the shampoo you use right now. You're using Monet, or you're using Redken All Soft, and that is $30 per shampoo. So it's actually the same price range. You're just starting with 3 products instead of 2, instead of just a shampoo and conditioner. A lot of people buy just a shampoo conditioner starting, and then they add the hair mask and other stuff later. Like it's just separate purchases they do for other products. But for Monet, you're going to do that starting with 3 products. And it's going to be the 136, but it's going to last you longer than the products that you're buying now that are actually the same price. Because I do know I used to use it myself.
How come, what is this? What is my requirement to have
you're
to
gonna
purchase
get
again?
And you're gonna get the best hair of your life. Like you're actually gonna get results. This isn't just good for you. Like there's a lot of products out there that are just safe and no bad toxins, whatever. But it actually is going to perform results, and you will know typically within 30 days if you are in love with it or not. And what do you say?
I'm a little leery about automatically having to have stuff sent to my house and being charged for it. Can you explain more about that?
Yeah. So VIP, you just have to order 2 more times within your entire lifetime of $84 or more. And like I said, you will know within 30 days, typically, if you love it or not. Okay. So you do not have to buy it again unless you love it. If you do not love it, then you can return it, and then you don't have to order the second and third time. Okay. It will cancel out for you and you'll get your money back. but this is just flexible for you to order in the future. But there's no time frame of when the second and third order had to be completed. And then that's all I say, you guys, because before I used to get the biggest pushback. I'm sure all of us experienced that at one point in our career with Monet, right? It was like the hardest thing to overcome for me. But when I say it like this, I get zero, literally zero pushback. When I just say, listen, you just have to order 2 more times within your entire lifetime of $84. If you don't love it, you can return it. It will cancel out the second and third order. But to further reassure you, we do have less than a 1% return rate. So I say that right after that. So that way they become even more confident with the 1% return rate. And someone mentioned how I did not mention the $19.99 fee, and you're correct. I did not, and I don't typically, because when I do the price, it'll be like 136, right? For the three products. And I put them in a cart, and then I take a picture of the carts, and it has the retail versus VIP price. Okay. So they see the retail price, like 160, they see the VIP 135. So I automatically assume if I give them too many options, you guys, like, oh, you could do retail or VIP, it's confusing. You are like who they come to that knows what they need. I don't want to think when people ask me questions, like that's annoying. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to think about what to eat. Like I want someone to tell me this is what's going to happen. Like that's how I am. So this is shampoo. People don't want to like guess, like, oh, well, what do you think the better option is? No, just tell them what it is. You're going to be a VIP. It's 135 and show them. They're going to see the discount. They're going to be excited. People like a discount. Now, when I send them the carts, they will see it. They will see the $19.99. And I like to do it like this because it's more it's interactive. I'm not giving them all this information that they're gonna forget, and it's gonna sound confusing. So when I send them the cart, they will see it and they will ask me, and I say, oh, that's already included in the 130 price. And it's a one-time thing for your whole lifetime. That's way better than giving them all this information in one time. And some people say that, and that's what I say, and they're completely okay with it. Some people just don't even say anything at all about it.
I like the idea that you said it's all in one. This is Belinda, by the way. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I like the idea that you said it's all in one, because what I still say is, because ours is 25, right? And I say to them, or $24.99, but I say to them, it cancels it out because of the shipping. So just look at it as that's like your shipping free kind of thing. So, but I like the way you said that about it's all included, because
it's already included in that price.
Yeah. Because
so I don't even like.
Yeah,
it's a great way to bypass the whole thing. Just don't even, because it's already in there. It's fine. You're still getting the discount. It's cheaper than retail.
I like that one. Also, the skincare or the hair care is okay for me. I can understand. I can talk to people about the hair care. What I'm having problem is the skincare right now. The wellness is still new to us, so I'm still doing that part. But the skincare, I hear what Erin said, it's too expensive. Oh, I can't afford that. And that's what I've been hearing about the skincare. And I say, this is 62 years old. It'd be 63. And I've been using this product since it launched. And I said, it's really amazing product, but I do hear a lot of that with the skincare, because that's what I'm trying to push now is our skincare, because they're already using the hair care. These are my VIPs that are using the hair care.
Okay.
And they're scared. Well, it's not that they're scared. They just like, oh, it's so expensive.
Okay. So I would troubleshoot and I would ask them, what are you currently using on your skincare? If you could change anything about your skin, what would it be? Have you done those two things?
Okay.
Because you want them to say out of their own mouth what their problem is, because it's going to make it more of a problem and more urgent right now. And then go ahead and price check what they're spending on their skincare right now. Because honestly, if they do purchase, and then you know what, if they're already a customer, tell them you could save up to 40% if you get it with your hair care, when they re-up on their shampoo, tell them to add the skincare to get the purchase plus. So actually they're going to be saving even more. Because they can't do that. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry.
But they can't do that. Like with their skincare right now, they're paying full price. Be like, oh, I could get you 40% off. Oops. So that's
Yeah.
a way to get them in, and when they re-up on their shampoo. Does anyone have any more rebuttals? That's good, Belinda. Thank you. Let me go ahead and check the chat. I know people wrote in there.
I was going to say something. So if I'm doing a consultation, and I do like to know a little bit about the person before I get on the call. And let's say it's a person that they want to know everything. The person who's told me to do the call with them believes that this person needs the opportunity as well, right?
Okay.
And so I will probably be, in addition to listening to them and solving their problem, I'm probably going to tell them a little bit about my story. Because what I'll add in how Monate has impacted and changed my life. You know what I mean? And
That's
that's
true.
the only
Yeah.
thing that I probably wouldn't do if it was just a VIP person. If it's a market partner potential, I really want them to know how it's impacted and changed my life. Because
Yes,
there's,
that's a good
I'd
call.
want them to know
So
the other parts of it.
that's a good call. So you know how we could turn like someone that's only interested into in the product, be like, you know what, I want to get my girl Brittany on the line. She's retired corporate, and she's just going to tell you a little bit about herself and how she got into it, and then we'll be able to get you the shampoo that's best for your hair type. So that way, because we're not a one size fits all, and she's been doing this a long time, that's a good way to set up the call. So I can tell a little bit about my story first for like 2, 3, 4 minutes. Then I'll go into the consultation. And then they could have, that way it piques their interest. Like, oh, wow, she quit her job at 33, whatever, 34. And then every time I close it, I do mention about the $100 per customer. Like, listen, you're going to get results. You might want to think about it. 15 customers, $1,500 cash for US. Just to give you an estimate.
Yeah, and that opening where you have established rapport with them. You've told them a little bit about yourself. You've made them feel your emotional connection to Monate. It really helps a lot with that, because they're people buy from people that they like and they trust, and they'll definitely feel closer to you, and you're able to connect with them more on another level, and then they start really listening to you.
Yeah, that's true. If you say hi first. 3-way video calls or phone calls? That's a great question. I prefer phone calls because I do. And you know what? I just want to give you guys an example, okay? I had a realtor sign up with me, and she's like, Brittany, I'm a big shot realtor. I have huge, clientele, this and that. And I'm like, okay, cool. But she would freeze when it would do anything about reach outs and stuff like that. Like, she just didn't want to tap into her realtor market and sell them something else too. She didn't want to be like thirsty kind of thing. And I'm like, listen, all we're doing is they have a problem with their hair. We're fixing their problem. Don't look at it like sales. Okay. Look at it like they have a problem, because that's the truth. Right. So I said, listen, this is how we could like have you not be so like anxious about it. Write down 3 people, set up your first 3-way call, and then I could show you what I do. Okay. Because she was so anxious, like calling me every day, just anxious. And I said, listen, calm down. I'm going to show you. Just give me one person. Just trust me. Because she's like, these are people I don't want to ruin my connections with, this and that. So just trust me. One person, let's call them. So we called someone, and like I said, we just did that three-way call like I just did. I got some information beforehand that the lady's interested in the product. Her hair is thinning, stuff like that. So I just educated her, and she went ahead and did the $199 pack, just for the bigger discount though. And then, but she said she's open to it possibly later down the line into doing the business. Well, then we hung up. She's like, oh my God, that went awesome. I said, okay, give me another one. Let's do another one. Set it up for, tomorrow or the next day. Let's do another one. We were 3 for 3 on these calls, you guys, either market partner or VIP. So I was like, okay, this is working. So you guys, three-way calls really do work. You just have to set it up properly, and then give that partner that's doing the three-way call that little bit of information, whatever their hair problem is. That way I could educate them and come up with like how we could fix their problem.
Hey,
Or
Britt,
the business side.
Britt.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think the question was, do you prefer video calls essentially versus just a phone call without a video?
Phone call.
You don't like you don't like video when you do the three-way calls?
Because I like to walk while I talk. Like,
Oh, okay. The only
I'm
reason I guess it's whatever you prefer. Maybe it's your relationship with the person. I tend to,
I
when
don't
I
mind
have
though.
to do it, if you don't mind, that's the other thing. But for me, I have to do the three-way call because I like the visual cues and feedback that I get with somebody on a visual call. If they're not on the video, then you don't know if they're listening to you even. You don't know if they're like rolling their eyes when you're mentioning the price or you have to order.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. So
Video for me penetrates a little bit better so that I know how to respond in rebuttals and things. So I love the videos. And let's face it, I'm a bald man trying to sell you shampoo, and it really connects better for me if I can see them, because then they're not so afraid or whatever.
that could be a little bit intimidating for the potential to be on a video call too, right? So I think it's even like less intimidating if we do a three-way, but if they're open to a video, I would probably ask them, okay, would you prefer video call? Could we do a video call or a three-way? Whatever that potential is comfortable with.
I will say too, I got a new VIP 2 days ago, and I felt like it was somebody that was an Aveda girl, and she told me no, like literally in 2018, like 6 months after I started. And I said, would you like to chat on Facebook or would you like me to call? She's like, either way. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to call you, because I felt like when I called her, I was able to keep her attention more and let her ask me more questions instead of going back and forth. So many people want to be on chat and doing voicemails back and forth. And it's so aggravating because it's like, you're like on the phone, you can just have a decent conversation. Whereas on chat, you're getting distracted and you're doing this, you're doing that. You're not really focusing. So if you can get people on the phone to do this, it's so much better.
True. Yep.
And she didn't even ask. She didn't ask about the VIP fee. She didn't ask anything. I said, okay, what are your concerns? Here's the quiz. She took the quiz while I was on the phone with her. Like everything was on the phone. She did her cart I did her cart on the phone, sent it to her, made sure she got it. We went through the whole process. She didn't ask I didn't tell her about sale. She didn't ask about a sale. Nothing. She just purchased. That was my first time somebody's ever actually purchased without a freaking sale.
That's awesome. Hey, so it's really important that I was talking to somebody about, they were going, my biggest problem is, and they talked about how they're struggling to close people when they do it, and they never got on the phone. They only talk through chat, and it's so powerful to, whether it's a video call or pick up the phone, that interaction, that real-time response, that connecting together and working through their problem is so much better than the voice chat or whatever you could do through just text back and forth. Now some people are busy, some people work that way, but for the most part, I try to get people on the phone and have an interactive conversation with them.
Is everyone like confident and okay with being able to get somebody on a three-way call? Cause that's another thing that I heard before, that they were like, Brittany, I don't know how to like, they don't want to feel like they're being like teamed up on. And, so the best way is, you know what? I just started using it, or I've been using it for a long time. I love the product. I just don't want to get you the wrong product. It could just be like that she's been doing it for a long time. She knows these products inside and out. She'll just ask you a few questions to get you the best product you need. Simple. And then they're totally okay with that. You guys should not get a rebuttal off of that, because we're just going above and beyond for them. So they're going to appreciate that, to not get them the wrong product. Aaron, do you have anything else, or does anyone have anything else?
Yeah, so I really like the how do you get them on the phone? That was really good. I wanted to say one of my go-to things is every time that somebody new, or I need to think about how do I get them on the phone. It is really, you're not trying to bother them, you're trying to help them, and then I like listening. I keep talking about it like I'm making money off the guy, but I like listening to GoPro again. And in GoPro, I believe it's in the audible 96 minutes in, or no, like almost an hour in, just before an hour in, like 56 minutes in. If you listen to the audible, Eric Worre goes through about 5 different ways to help you get somebody on that three-way call. And it's the ideas on how to, one of them, for instance, is I'm starting something new here. I really respect you as an individual. I would like you to come on and help me see if there's something wrong that maybe I'm missing something. This sounds like a good opportunity to me. Could you join me and tell me if you think if I'm missing something, or if this is if this is going to be good for me? And you get them on the three-way call that way, because you trust them and they're your friend, and then they listen to it. And then at the end of it, you go, well, why don't we try to do this together? There's no excuses. The person says, well, I don't see anything wrong. I think you should go for this. Say, well, why don't we try to do this together? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to say it as good as Eric Worre did. So I recommend go back, listen to Eric Worre. If you haven't checked out GoPro, do that. About 56 minutes in, Eric Worre talks about how to get people on three-way calls.
I think that's a great tip, because I actually did that for our op call. When, like, let's say Monty Lee or whoever, when you guys are doing the op call, I had my aunt, Aaron's sister, and I had my sister from Indiana. That's how I invited both of them, was like, hey, could you just join so you could tell me like what feedback you could give me, how I could do better on my presentation. So they both joined, and I was hoping like, it would spark something, but at least they gave me that feedback and they did join. And then, at least they're both customers. So. Chris, you don't have any questions? Because I know your team has a lot of questions sometimes.
No,
If
I
you
don't
could
have
think
any
of anything.
questions.
Okay.
I do have one question, Britt.
Yeah.
Where did you get that top? Is that a new Monet one? I didn't see that one.
This was at
Is that
Monation.
new?
It was at Monations. It was at Monations. Remember I did
It's
that
brand
big
new?
purchase?
That's cool.
And my card declined. So thankfully my dad was right there.
You had to take this off.
All right. Alrighty, so, oh yeah, so someone said, everybody get on the call for Tuesday. So yeah, there's gonna be big rewards for the call on Tuesday. So, Erin, you're frozen.
Okay, so like I'm almost done with the launch party flyer, and I just had a question.
Yeah,
I know that I wasn't going to put Monet in there, but I'm naming off the like gifts that we're going to give away, and one of them is the where I believe one of them is it's Monet gear and Monet products. So I'm naming off the different products, and I've got pictures on the launch party flyer, and I wanted to know, is it okay if because I'm gonna put, because that's one of our gifts that we're giving away,
yeah,
Monet
that's
gear.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Monet
for
gear
sure.
and products. Okay,
Yep. Awesome,
Alright.
thank you.
sure. And I at the bottom I put a RSVP, but I don't know if I should because it's my information, but should I can send, like, if anybody's interested in using it, I could just send the RSVP section blank so that you can edit it accordingly
Yeah,
if anybody's
that'll be
interested.
good. And you could send that to Chris.
Okay.
Thank you. Erin,
You're
do you wanna wrap it up or?
I'm having real internet problems here, so I apologize if.
Oh,
I'm
April
popping in
just said she watched something today and there was a good way to get people on. Do you mind unmuting and sharing that? Oh, maybe she doesn't hear me. Oh, okay. Alrighty, so, all right, guys, Erin, do you have anything else or just invite for Tuesday's call?
Yeah, no, I thought that was great suggestions. Guys, you want to use these Tuesday calls. Just a little tip is what we're trying to accomplish here is we're trying to give you guys all the tools and make available great storytellers that can help your business. So every week there's a Tuesday call, opportunity call, 8 p.m. Central, that you can invite your prospects to. And so it just gives you that place that you know it's going to happen. And then somebody will be sharing them a story to try to, and you never know who's going to resonate with your person. And that one person might be the one. I remember someone told me yesterday or whatever, I think I was talking to Patty, and she said, this one market partner or this one guest joined 6 times. And then unbeknownst to her, she just latched on to the person, called her after the call and said, I have to join now. And it was just that one call that made all the difference to her. And you never know who's going to say it the way they need to hear it, because everybody's different. So use these as for your opportunities, and I think they're great. But I'm really having internet problems, so if you want
So
to wrap
that's
it up.
for Tuesdays, and then Thursdays will always be some type of training. So if you guys want to comment on the Rockstar post that we did for Thursday trainings to give us ideas on what other things you guys want trained on, we'll always be here same time every Thursday. All right, bye guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.